Yo, this is Garage Hangs with your host, Chief Heimer. This is episode 5. I got a special guest today. It's my homie,
Camo James with Camo Rose Films, baby. About to get it poppin'.
How we doing, dude? I'm so glad to have you on the show, bro.
I know. Thank you so much for inviting me over here, dude. To have the Garage Hangs episode. About to get it cracking, get this joint lit, and I'm about to go deep, bro. About to have a nice conversation.
Exactly. And just a little brief, too, if anyone doesn't know, and still, I didn't turn the damn camera. 1 second.
It didn't do what?
I didn't turn the freaking
the
monitor. That happens. Whatever. I did it in my last episode, too. It's whatever.
Nice joint.
But no, yeah, if anyone's just now tuning in, this is all about Garage Hangs. Before I did this, I'd always drink in here, my friends, family, hang out, party, play pool, listen to music, hang out, have talks. And so I decided to make this a podcast to where I could have family, friends come on over and hang out and talk and chop it up like we do in the garage, but just one-on-one.
And that's the realest shit right there.
Yeah.
Because not many people these days can sit down and have a one-on-one conversation and look another motherfucker in the eye and actually have a real conversation.
People are scared. They're scared of them true selves, dude. And that's another reason why I'm doing this.
This amazing God weed right here. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you.
You too.
815 to 608.
Yes, sir. Good times, though. Yeah. Shout out Sunnyside for the flower, too.
Yeah, shout out to Sunnyside. That always grow the finest in the area. So how's life, man? How is it working at Sunnyside?
It's fun. It's cool. It's very high pace. Interesting people that come through there. A lot of people from Wisconsin come there. It's like, because it's either go there or go to Michigan, and now you can go to Minnesota since they legalized that, but who knows when they're going to get that going.
It's a short drive.
It is. Even from here to Michigan, the one I was looking at, 3.5 hour drive. Yeah. It's like a 7-hour day,
That's a long trip just to pick up some bud.
It is, but for me and you though, we could bring our cameras with us. We could leave at like 5 a.m.
Yep.
Get there hella early.
Yeah.
And then go do your dispensary shopping, and then you can dink around the whole rest of the day, and then drive 3 hours back.
And then you have an adventure. You stop at all the little trinket stores and little expedition spots where you can see the cool little views of that cool little town. It's awesome. Nice, beautiful.
Right.
Definitely got to plan something like that, bro. Especially next summer going in. I'm trying to do some camping, some adventurous shit, and film some dope stuff. And I need some amazing creative artists such as yourself so we can do something for ourselves.
Most definitely. That'd be fun, dude.
It's really good, by the way.
But yeah, Sunnyside's good.
Life is good.
Life's been good and interesting. A lot of learning.
Yes. And your health, bro. You've been getting after it, working out almost every single day, right?
Just about, yeah. I've missed a couple days here and there. The last couple days, I've had a really bad cough and migraine. I've gotten rid of it finally. No COVID, no high temperature, so that's dope.
Amen to that.
Yeah, even if it was, I'd still kick its ass. Yeah, it's weird because there's something going around right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It always is. Always has been since the beginning of time.
Especially during the winter time, dude. Up here, it is what it is, but...
People get the sniffles, and then you see them wiping their fucking sleeve on the nose, and they're like, ooh, this motherfucker's coughing.
Gotta stay away from him, dude.
6 feet.
Stay away. And you know what's wild? And you know what's wild, too, about the whole COVID thing, too, and about like where I work, is that everyone, like, it's still a thing.
No shit. People come to a mask on?
Yeah, well, no, some do still, but, like, when I'm on the tablet showing somebody, they're, like, almost breathing in my nose. Like breathing on me, bro, and it's like... Do you realize, like, a year ago, if someone was doing that to you, you would be feeling some type of way?
They'd be throat punching.
Oh, dude.
You'd be on the street throwing a ham.
And it's so weird because it's all, like, the older people.
Oh, yeah. They don't give a fuck.
They don't. And I smelled someone's toothpaste out of their mouth the other day. It's like,
bro, people be having that funny and stinky booty-ass, leftover lasagna-ass breath. Not good. It's not good. I get to take that, bro. You gotta get up out my face for that shit. You just burnt half the side of my motherfucking beard off.
I'm trying to grow it out.
Yeah, dude. You fucked it all up.
Fucking thing went on, man. Should I freaking talk?
Yeah, so for everybody who's watching, literally right before we started this podcast, Benny spilt over my beer and knocked it over. It went fucking everywhere. And thank God it didn't go on the table and mess up any of the equipment and nothing like that. But
Or this.
Or the weed. Yeah, you got to stay the joint. Yes, absolutely.
The joint was in good hands. Like State Farm.
Always in good hands.
Or is that all, that's Allstate?
It's Allstate.
Whoops.
That one did.
But yeah, what's been new with you, man? What's been going on with you? I feel like when we get together, it's very rarely, but we talk for like an hour.
Every time, but it doesn't feel like an hour. It's like
It
5 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go.
You got so
I
much
gotta go
shit.
get on family duties or whatever, you know. I've been very busy, my friend. I have been very busy this whole year. I kind of made a commitment to myself coming into this year after everything that's happened in the last 2 years, beginning of COVID and shit, especially with creating my business, beginning of the pandemic, and staying consistent with it and always working at it and working at my craft and learning at the same time. But with that being said, I really looked at it more of a long-term thing versus like just a quick buck turnaround, because I'm trying to leave like a legacy in sort of a way to where it's gonna support my family's bloodline down, you know, versus just like a quick turnaround buck.
That's some major moves right there, man. Not a lot of people even have that mindset, dude. Seriously.
So I'm always,
or that thought.
yeah, I'm always putting the pieces together. I'm thinking of my future in a way of like, I'm trying to manifest it and actualize it. Most of the time it does happen, but I'm trying to like put the pieces together in the future to where like I know the steps that I have to take strategically that are gonna get me there where I need to be and where my goals are. And like that, there's never an end. There's just always a journey to it,
right.
And there's always just leveling up to where you're just becoming who you are.
Right.
You're like an onion. You're on, you know, peeling the layers back.
You know, I will say one thing though, and I do catch myself sometimes doing it, but the less you say you're trying to do something, the more it will happen, because if you look up the actual definition of the word, it's an attempt to failure.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. If Nike was just try it, would there be any athletes? Would there be anyone out there doing
just
anything?
do it.
Bro, so when you replace that word with trying, and I'm just going to do.
That's a bad word. I know. It's my bad
I know,
vocabulary
but
there.
I always... I say it sometimes, but I always catch myself right afterwards. Like right when I'm getting ready to say it, I know it. I stop. Like, no, dude, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I have to do it, because
Yeah.
if I don't, I'm just gonna attempt to fail.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
let me retrace my steps here. Let's go back a couple
good.
bars. All right. So what I am doing is
Exactly.
living life to the motherfucking fullest. I have been
Exactly.
busy as fuck building up my empire for Kim and Rose Films and creating a lot of fun projects this whole year, working with amazing artists.
And it feels so much better, doesn't it? Saying it.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm doing.
You say
That's what
that all
I've
the
been
time
doing
now.
every day,
Yep.
every night, editing, late night, wake up early, get on the grind, either run, hit the gym, spend time with my daughter, spend time with my wife, try to have somewhat of a balance of life. You're never going to have that full grasp of it, but if you could have some sort of like flotation device in that balance and you kind of stay buoyant, you're going to be all right. And that's what I've been doing. And trying to keep my mind sharp, trying to keep my mind right.
You even just said it just now. Even what I've been doing. You just said it again. You didn't say trying. You
Yeah,
said you've been
that's what I've been
doing
doing.
See?
That's what I'm doing right now. We're on a fucking podcast. Garage
Exactly.
Change right now with my boy Vinny. Yeah, boy. Let me see that lighter real quick. We can get this joint going. But yeah, man, life's been fucking good. This whole year flew by really fast. I had expectations going into this year, and I pretty much fulfilled all the things that I wanted to do, and my whole goal list for this year, I've basically accomplished it, and that's a great fucking feeling, because when you write things down and then you check it off when you get it done, and then you have a whole list of those things that you have wrote down and you check them all off, and you're like, fuck, this means I can do anything. Anything that you put your mind to, you can fucking do.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it's just a real eye-opener. It's just always learning experience. And I really enjoy the process of the failure of like, wow, that should have held off on that for a bit if I put this out, or I should have put more time into this, or I shouldn't have worked with that person because of certain circumstances or whatever it is. And just like, I enjoy the process. I'm never really having a dull moment like, fuck, I can't do this right now. Like, I can't pass the Part 107 drone test because that motherfucker's hard. You know, it's not gonna bum me out. I was like, it is hard. It's the matter of fact, I had to study my ass off for it. And this is the reality of it. And just having fun. I just got my LLC, by the way, officially.
Good for you,
so
man.
I am legally a sustained business now in the state of Illinois.
Good for you, man.
And it feels fucking great to say that I am now a business owner.
Welcome to the club.
And it's fucking awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to get this joint lit, and it keeps going out on me because I keep fucking talking, and I'm stoned, and we're just having a great time.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
Perfectly lit, my friend. But yeah, dude. And I've been doing a lot of traveling. Been going to Lake Michigan a few times, camping a few times, a lot of fishing. Me and my buddy Keith went up to Hayward, Wisconsin, and we did a whole weekend muskie trip, camped out in the tent thing, pretty much fished from the sun coming up to the sun going down, and we caught some nice fish and ended up landing a nice muskie in the boat, and I ended up filming.
Is that the one that you caught?
Yes. A nice like 35, 36-inch muskie somewhere in there.
First one?
Huh?
First one?
No, I've landed 4 now. That's my 4th muskie.
Nice.
But I lost like a 45-incher right before that happened, like 20 minutes prior. But anyhow, it was just great being there with. No, you're good, bro. It was just a great experience being up like in the vast wilderness, literally in the middle of fucking nowhere, where you don't really have cell reception, and you can hear a cricket fart across the lake. Like that's how quiet it is, and a lot of like eagles and nature. Like I was looking for bears and wolves, I didn't see anything, but I filmed a whole project up there, a nice sequel of like vlog / lifestyle / fishing, and just like an adventure video, and it came out amazing. And that's the type of stuff that really opened my eyes of like this is the type of shit that I want to be doing. This adventurous stuff, going out in the woods, taking amazing photos, taking pictures, taking videos of like nature, and like being out there in the vast wilderness to where like you have nobody else around you but yourself. And you're trying to film and just capture the moments of what's happening around the world, minus technology, minus the city, minus the hustle and the bustle, and minus everybody talking and the heartbeats and everything, you know?
Right. I feel you on that, dude. I've been up to Hayward a few times, and I actually used to go up there a lot when I was a kid with my dad. He used to take us up there hunting. And then being with Amber and her family, they go up there every year. And I've gone up there twice now.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's awesome up there, dude. Especially going up there now, it makes it more fun, because like when I was like 13, 14 years old, I was a kid. I couldn't like do anything fun. Yeah. Besides like be with my dad and all his like friends, watching him drinking. You know what I mean? Like maybe having an occasional hunting beer here and there with my dad, you know. But now it's a little bit, it's nice. I really want to go back to like that part where I was at up there with my dad in a flammable forest. It's like an hour away from where I usually go in Hayward. Yeah. But never have a car or time to go up there because we ride with her dad.
Well, you gotta make that time to get up there, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you.
So I'm starting to do more bigger shit. Like next year, I'm trying to put together this muskie trip with like my cousin, my best friend Keith, and a few other friends that we all grew up together. And it's just about doing fun stuff like that. Like, and it's, you know, relatively doable money wise. Like if you all chip in, like,
get an Airbnb.
Couple $100, it's on the lake right there. I'll bring my boat. Homie brings his boat. So we got 2 boats, film crew, like shit like that, you know. So that's the level of like my path of where I'm heading, and just keep being creative. Been doing some music videos with some amazing artists in the city of where I'm from, Rockford, Illinois. Hef and the E-Boys. Shout out to the Hef and the E-Boys. They're doing their thing right now. And yeah, man, just trying to put the vibes together, put the pieces together, and just keep rocking. And I always assess to tell you where I'm at, humbly. Like, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing wrong. This is what I need to do right. This is what I am doing right. And that's what I don't want to do wrong. You know, vice versa.
That's true growth.
And
true growth, bud.
They're trying to stay, you know, healthy. My father's not doing good health-wise. He's battling stage 4 cancer, and it's all through his body. And after watching him deteriorate after the 2 years, that really put me in the perspective of like taking care of your health is very fucking important. So that's when I started really getting into fitness and staying really active, and like always staying consistent on like watching what I eat for the most part, like an occasional burger, and having a beer or two every other night, or a little bit of alcohol, just moderation on everything, and just try to stay healthy mentally and physically, because watching them deteriorate just like fucked me up.
I bet.
And it's sad, but I'm not trying to be all sappy and shit, but that's just the reality of life, man.
That's all right.
We're here, we're born,
that's all good. It's live
we live our life, and then we die, and then we go wherever else. So speaking about going wherever else, what's your thoughts on...
We were going to talk about space, weren't we?
Yeah, we're going to talk about some space shit. So what are your thoughts on like interdimensional things, aliens, UFOs. The government's been dropping a lot of stuff since 2017. Have a lot of like classified documents, putting it out there, showing all these UFOs and these aircrafts that are unknown to mankind that move in a specific way that can go to different mediums. And they've captured it on certain video recordings and aircrafts and stuff with the United States government, and then release all this shit. And then like you start seeing things for what it is. And then it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than like, well, then you start looking at ancient culture, right? You're looking at the hieroglyphs, you're looking at the pyramids, you're looking at, you know, things that have been made before our time, like monoliths and huge sculptures and the Stonehenges and all this crazy shit. And it's just like, it makes you scratch your head a little bit, because we don't really make stuff like that these days. Yeah, I'm good. Cool. We don't really make the stuff like that these days. We have a different, you know, society. Obviously, things grow and evolve. But you look at the bigger picture of it, it's like, how the hell did they create these things when they didn't have certain technologies back then? How did they do these things? Why are there hieroglyphs and pictures and carvings on walls and pyramids and time dating back thousands or hundreds of years of showing different type of creatures and different things like that? Like, they didn't have movies, and they didn't have like pictures to depict off of, or have, you know, like, it's like you want to draw something, right? You look at this picture, like, I'm going to draw this stadium right here. Just like look at a piece of paper, I'm going to draw it. They didn't have anything like that to visualize. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Where did that thought come from? That means they must have saw something. Then you got Tals, you got Unaki, they got the Nephilim, they got all these different breeds and civilizations of ancient cultures that have different levels of what would you call it, intelligence, that we can't even really comprehend, because we can't even access scientifically, you know, typically most of our brain. As they say, you only access like 10 to 40% of your brain. Well, what if someone going to access 100% of it? What happens then? What's going on? You know, where the fuck, what is life? Why are we a ball spinning at 24,000 miles an hour on a convertible spaceship with rocks flying all around us, and we have a moon and we have a sun, and everything just flows into whatever? Like, what the fuck is everything? Okay, so then that's when you go real deep, but like start really scratching your head. Yeah, and you put a dent on that bitch, because you're like, okay, what's the meaning of everything then? But does there have to be a meaning, or do you just keep on going and you go with the flow of the evolve and the growth of what everything is happening right in front of you over reality?
All right, so I think you asked me
like James dropped some motherfucking shit right there.
You asked me like 6 questions, bro. Like, get right in a row.
I'm sorry, dude. I just hit you with some shit.
It's all right. No, so back to the government thing. My only response is I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Only because I will say this: if there was so much exposed on what they've been hiding from us, it would terrify most. And those most would be terrified. They would get in their cars. Banks would start getting robbed. Grocery stores would get emptied. There would be crime, because people would lose their crap, because it'd be too hard for them to realize it.
Yeah, comprehend it.
And that's why it's not exposed. The government, I'm not surprised by. They've been doing this shit for years. Everything's just a joke. Honestly, it is. Like,
I've always felt like I've been joked my whole life. Like, what the fuck do you mean taxes? What do you mean go to school?
You know what's wild? It's back in the times, like in this, like, dude, like earlier in caveman, even when their civilization started, like in the 1500s, dude, there was no such thing as getting taxed for working, or you're paying for electric, paying for water. That is about the most dumbest rig thing ever. We're humans. This stuff's here for free. So a bigger man that has a little bit of a degree, if not a degree, becomes a politician and makes laws to say that, yo, we're going to regulate that you have to buy water because you have to have it to survive. But yet it runs free a block from my freaking road that I could go and sift it and filter it and everything on my own. Yeah, that's wild.
But then are you going to do that, though?
I could. I would make my time to do that, dude.
But what if everybody has to do that? Imagine the process of that having to happen. Yeah. And that's why everything... So, like, that's the thing when it comes to conspiracy theories, too. Like, I don't really like the government that much. I don't really like what it stands for sometimes. But
I just want to live my life, dude. I just want to live and
They're
do things I
human
love.
beings just like us.
They are.
Trying to do a job so that the big puzzle is slowly but surely staying together at a time. And it's a big corporation of everybody working together.
I agree with you on
and
that.
if, like, let's say, like, you had to go get that water. Well, what if there wasn't somebody checking that water for parasites or something like that because it was on you to figure it out and you didn't do that? The next thing you know, everybody who drank that water got like super sick.
Right.
You know, like things like that fall into place. It's bigger circumstances.
Well, of course. Yeah, everyone's not bad, nor we're kind of all in the
then
middle of
everybody's
doing
good.
bad and good. You know what I mean? We're all kind of in the middle.
Yes.
But the politicians that are really crooked, bro, that steal and take money.
Money laundering and all that shit.
Well, no, just
Pay to
making
play.
these dumb laws, bro. Like, seriously, like, they have been coming up with some of the dumbest laws. Like, what would happen if we got in there? I'd get rid of all that dumbass shit. You know, like, I'd just get rid of all of it. Like, why not have a fresh start and a fresh, clean slate? Lower everything, so so everyone can live, dude. Everyone has a chance to live, dude. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Why not bring it down? Why not help?
I think it's just like things aren't bad in society. I feel like the way they are, but they need to be fixed in a way. Better.
Improved.
It doesn't need. We don't need to be taxed as much. Money doesn't need to be so much of a consumption of things and materialistic shit. I feel like if it went more of like a simplistic lifestyle, in a way, where you had your shelter, you had your food, you had your water, and everybody was like in an ecosystem and environment where most people are positive because all their needs are pretty much being met.
Yeah.
But you're always gonna have the percentage of people that like mentally aren't stable enough to handle life as it is.
Yeah.
But that's always with everything.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though.
It is crazy. But back on like whatever else, I kind of forgot what you were talking about at the end there. We were talking about space, but yeah, you know what's crazy? Is,
Aliens. What do you think about aliens, bro? What do you think?
I think the real dude. I honestly like
Interdimensional beings. Like, what do you think of like, you know?
Dude, they're way smarter than us. They're way more advanced. I feel like we have a part of I think we have a part of them in us due to like this and shit, or if that's just like a human thing that like has been with us for centuries and years and freaking whatever. But
Well, there's so many different theories from it. Like, there's a stone ape theory where like the apes learn how to use tools and it, you know, made them make fire to where they can cook their food and better nutrients and shit. But then there's the theories of like the lower hominids started eating mushrooms off of, you know, different patties of, you know, elephant shit or whatever it is. And then once you eat a mushroom, everybody knows when you eat a mushroom, like, you definitely feel like your brain is expanding and you're tapping into different like vibrations and elements and dimensions and whatever. However deep you go, they'll take you.
Hell yeah, dude. Same with DMT too. If you haven't tried that, DMT.
I have not. One day.
DMT would take you there. Shout out 608 Trace for ever experiencing, giving me that one chance to try it. That's what gave me once the go. That was the go right there. That just once that happened, dude. Like, it's crazy in the trip from here to here. Everything happened. Years of life, death, war, peace, life, death, war, peace. Just everything, dude. Years of it. Just, I zoomed through it. It almost felt like an intellectual being just like touched me here, bro. And I just got blasted. Like, the last thing I remember was like I was hovering off the ground, just like looking forward in present time and get jolted forward. But from here to here, I don't remember it all, but it all happened. Everything did. And then I get jolted forward and I'm on Earth, but it's nothing but dust.
Now it's from DMT?
15-minute trip.
My first time taking
thousands of years, bro. Thousands of
That's
years.
what it felt like?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Like, I felt like I was going for the amount of time it was. Like I said, from here to here, it felt like thousands of years, dude. Thousands.
Wow.
Just like I said, life, death, life, death, life, death, life, death. Just evolve, back down, evolve, back down, evolve, back down. And all of it around it was just like a wormhole, dude. It was like galaxy of just paint almost. Like, I was just going light years, dude. Like, I was like almost looking down and watching all happen.
But with that being said, like, with you experiencing that, like, what exactly is happening in that moment? Is your consciously like soul that it's just like Wi-Fi, right? I can airdrop you a fucking photo right now instantaneously to your phone.
Yeah, right.
But what if, I mean, that's technically a materialistic thing that's stored in the object. What if that thing is stored in us because we are technically electrodes and molecules and all that shit, atoms.
I believe it.
So what if that, like, and then you go into a different dimension where it just takes you.
Yeah. It could, dude.
You plug in a light. Those three prongs, you plug it in, you got lights.
Right. You're talking about
electrodes instantaneously.
In there. Yeah.
What if it's the same connection? What if it is, but you just can't see it because it's just like you can't see me send a photo like, here's a photo of me.
You know, actually, I might have a way to figure that out, honestly, because
pen and paper. I'll draw it on a napkin right now.
I know, I get what you're saying, but you know that Lucas Mack dude?
No.
I posted him on my story on Instagram. He's a very spiritual guy, does the awoken breathing. Shout out Lucas Mack.
Yes.
And awaken breathing training. So when you're doing the breathing treatments, you're sitting down because you actually get like a euphoria off it, a dizziness almost, depending on how long you do it for. I've only done it for like 10 to 15 minutes at a time because it gets crazy. But when you're doing it, you're just really deep in breaths. And while you're doing that, you're manifesting. You're thinking. So, if you've had these trips before, take yourself back through that way. Think about it. Just you could potentially.
What if we all made it? We have DMT. We're always holding. That's the Terrence McKenna, quote. We're always packing. So why is it illegal? Illegal. Like what the fuck? Rather, but. I mean, that's really interesting. I remember the first time I really took a big dose of shrooms, I was in my apartment in Brooklyn with my wife. And I remember we ate these shrooms. And it was like a movie, but you're only in like a 20 square foot room. And it's the craziest shit ever. It's like you eat them. 30 minutes later, you're looking at the TV. And then you start seeing like the, like Pac-Man where you had like the lines and the little dots, like do 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 do. That's what started happening to the TV. And then it's just like, and then you're just gone. You're there, but you're just gone, right? And then I remember I was like laying on the bed, like nothing sexual, anything weird. It's just like laying on the bed. She's like underneath me. I'm like kind of like lay like on her legs and shit. And we just have like our eyes closed. Silence. And I remember every time I closed my eyes, I would see these monkey demons that were like kind of like reddish, kind of like when you add like a overlay kind of mask, like a picture or something, kind of like makes it like you can see transparency through it a little bit. Yeah, they were kind of like that, but they had like a pyramid right between their eyes, and there's 3 of them. And every time I was laying back, I could literally feel like my negative soul, like all the bad demons in me, just like see my shit, and it's like they kept trying to take it, and then I finally let them take it. Yeah. And then that's when my daughter was born, like coming into fruition, and that's when we moved back, and that's when I found my creative path of being who I am today. And it's just like,
thank you for finding yourself.
It's crazy how things like that happen.
Fun. Yeah, becoming an artist.
During that trip, bro, it was like there was construction going on outside of our apartment, but like the noise and everything was so impactful for me because I couldn't comprehend what was happening. I felt like Godzilla was getting me, bro. It was like boom, 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 boom. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? And then going to like our room to the bathroom, which like on a regular sober day is 6 steps, but on a mushroom trip day, bro, you're going through a galaxy warfare, dog.
Oh
yeah. And we walk through that, and you see yourself in the mirror, and your eyes just like you see like your eyes pass your eyes pass your eyes. It's just like the craziest shit ever, bro. But like you have to experience that shit if like you're mentally stable and strong enough to do it.
Yep.
Because you just look at life in a different way after that.
Yeah, you have to.
It's very important to experience different things in realms of feeling uncomfortable to bring you out of your shell to become who you really are.
I've just had an itch to believe in what's real and what's really possible, dude. Because like, when I've watched a documentary on Netflix about these people going and doing these. All right, here we are. We're back.
Yeah, baby.
What up? I didn't even turn the freaking video screen again.
Every time.
Second time in a row.
Every time, bro. How's it look?
Great. All right, we are back.
And we're back.
Damn it.
Yeah, let that bitch up. So yes,
we just had some really good side conversations outside this just now. We had to take a break because my camera batteries, once again, they're old. I need new ones.
It's all right, man. You're just starting out. You're going to get the setup just right.
You want to bring back any conversation we talked about?
Well, yes. I want to talk about some more alien shit, bro.
That's cool.
Have you ever seen a UFO, anything interdimensional, besides taking any drugs that made you really second guess, like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it. Start from the top to the bottom.
So back when I was younger, I probably don't remember the age, probably elementary school, 5th grade, over on the west side of town by the elementary school I went to, Washington. I was with some of my friends, and I was just so happened to be looking up in the sky, which, I'm a kid, dude. And next thing you know, I see this thing in the air, and it just shoots away. And no one else saw it but me.
Was it like a falling star? Like a shooting star?
It was during the day. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was literally an object. It wasn't...
And that wasn't here in town, like below Janesville area?
Janesville, yeah, Janesville.
Okay. It's funny because I kind of believe that. My dad, he has always, like, mostly lived in like South Below area. And he said one night he was taking out the trash and he saw like these, like 5 or 6 lights, like kind of hovering and floating up. And he went to pull out his phone and take a picture and went, gone. And my dad's not the type of person like bullshit or lie. Like, my dad's not a liar. And after they told me that, I was like, that was like years and years ago. So that's only like the thing that I have close to, like seeing anything in the sky is like a secondary story. I have my thoughts on yours. Let's see here. Was it daytime or nighttime?
Day. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
What did it look like?
Sunny day, no clouds in the sky or nothing.
What
it was too far for me to see.
It's like a light, like an orb?
It was an object.
Was it a plane?
No. Planes gradually move slow, dude. This was like just gone, like that.
That's crazy. I mean, I believe it, man.
That's what I see with my own eyes.
I've seen a lot of videos.
This and this never lie.
I know.
I mean, this more or less. You know what happens, bro. You know, like you know.
When you see something that's like extraordinary, you know how they say some people like your memory can be like faulted. It can be like not as true to the T as you think it is because of under stress or like your brain in a certain mindset, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, it's like when you see something or you feel something or something happens to you, like an accident, like a car accident or like traumatic brain injury, like you remember that fucking day. You know what you wore. You know what the day looked like. You know what song you were playing. Like that's because it can imprint something like a brand in your brain. So it's crazy that you saw that and that you experienced that at a young age. And nobody else saw it but you.
And I was even with some friends too. I was with my brother actually. They were young. A couple of my friends. Actually, you know, I think he's seen it. I should ask my brother if he remembers that. Because actually, you know what? He did. He was there with me. He did see it. He did. So yeah, me and my brother both saw it. I'm good on that, by the way, dude.
You might want to turn that down a little bit too loud.
Turn what down? The heater?
My bad.
Oh, no, you're good.
Hold on a second, guys. We got to turn this heater down a little bit. It's a little too loud in the background for the mic. There we go. Had to get that background noise situated.
Yeah.
Our apologies.
And actually, what's crazy is that even when you post it on YouTube, when you're recording and all that, it doesn't even affect it that much.
How about? All right, so we go from aliens, right?
Yeah.
How about different beings or dimensional feelings that you see, that kind of ghost state in a way?
Ghosts?
Like ghost state, yeah, ghosts.
You ever had
Souls,
experiences?
shadow shit. What have you seen? What have you experienced? I'm good, brother.
So when I lived in Missouri, I dated this girl named Audrey.
Okay.
And her mom was adopted by somebody. And when that lady passed, I moved in with Audrey, and there was one night something weird was going. Well, no, it was a day. We left during the day, and I turned the radio off in our house, in the apartment. So we, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I leave it on for the cat to just have noise and shit.
Yeah.
We come back and it was on.
That's weird.
And I'm like, dude, it turned off. Like I went and physically turned it off. I remember turning it off. You know what I mean? Like I turned it off. So a couple days go by, and I'm in bed, and I like wake up, and the covers are like right here on me, and I'm like just laying there, and I felt this like really negative presence. Like it was almost foggy in the apartment and really cold,
Wow.
and I couldn't move. Sleep paralysis. So
Is that what it was?
I'm freaking out. This is what it's leading to. I'm freaking out because I can't move. I can't do anything but just sit there and deal with what's going on. So somehow I slid underneath the covers just a tad and just like closed my eyes and was like, dude, this just needs to go away, whatever it is, dude. It was freaking freaky, dude. So next day I wake up, I talk to her, I'm like, yo, have you had like any weird encounters here at nighttime with like anything?
Yeah.
She said no. And I'm like, okay. Think nothing of it. A couple days go by again. And I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up, I get ready to take a shower, and I have like an A scratched on my leg, but like didn't bleed. For Audrey, an A. Like it looked like a sharp nail from a woman doing it. So then I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? She was like, all right, I need to sit and talk to you. I'm like, of course you do. What do you need to talk to me about? Like, what?
This is fucked up.
Yeah, I've been dealing with this shit. Like, nah, what do you got to talk to me about? So then she tells me, she's like, yeah, the lady that adopted my mom has been haunting me for years, thinking that it's the woman she adopted, not the woman's daughter, me, like her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this entity, this lady who adopted my girlfriend's mom, has been following her around thinking that it's the girl that she adopted. So I'm like, dude, what? So that, she's like, you got that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, she does it to me every once in a while too. I'm like, what are you? I've been living with you for 6 months. And you tell me this? I'm like, dude,
freak
what
me
is
the fuck out, bro.
Oh, bro, dude, it was not cool, man. It was not. And then it just stopped.
Damn.
It just, nothing else ever happened after that. And it was weird.
That's fucked up.
It was weird.
Dude.
I don't think me and her lasted too much longer after that, dude. Like, not just because of that, but it was some other shit I'm not even trying to get into.
Do you have any other encounters, anything like freaky, like you saw a Bigfoot or some shit?
Nah.
Nothing?
Nothing crazy like that, no. I've seen like a lot of I've seen some shooting stars. I've got really good pictures of the galaxies and shit.
That's dope. Long exposure shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. I'm learning that right now.
Go up in Hayward next year, do that, dude. You know,
Dude,
really
when
cool
I got there
do.
the first fucking night, bro.
Yeah.
The first night. We left like at 6 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Like at night. Like, you know, in the summertime, doesn't get dark till 8:30. So we left here, got there at probably 1 a.m. We got out of the truck. I got out of the truck to take a piss. I looked up. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is how it looks all the time?
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, you can't even see space between stars.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
It's so crazy.
That feeling, the first time I got that in Hayward, I remember my Instagram blew up that night. I took 2 pictures back 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And they blew up to like 300 freaking likes, dude. I flipped out when I woke up, dude. I just
on your phone?
Scrolling on notifications.
How did you take a photo?
Oh, no, my camera. I posted it on Instagram, and it just freaking... It blew up, and I got like 400 followers that night, dude. It was insane. Like, it was... I woke up like freaking out. I'm like just scrolling on my phone for like literally a minute. I'm like, holy shit. So like, think about it. When Wisconsin legalizes marijuana, dude, since I have experience at Sunnyside, the second busiest dispensary in the U.S., by the way, if they have them here in Wisconsin, me and her will be locating, and we will be moving up closer so I can get that shit, because I've always wanted to capture the night sky. I've always been interested in doing long exposures and shit, dude, and it's beautiful, man, because it's different all the freaking time. Yeah. It's different. It's freaking gnarly, and it's such a good feeling too, sitting out there for 30 seconds in the quiet.
I know.
And it's just like you get in the sky, like you can't even see with your bare eye. You're just like, you get the photo, you're like,
I just want to send my camera out there for like an hour. And just like you get
bro, yeah, there you go.
How do you do it? So you get like 500 images and you stack them into a batch? Like, how does that work?
You know, honestly, I've never done it. I've only done 30-second long
So
long
you get one
exposures.
photo, you never like stack photos?
Nope,
so
never done it.
Okay, so when you stack photos, that's how you get those that starry looking,
the starry
night. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I got you.
I've been aware of it. I just,
yeah.
I'm just a raw
I
shooter.
gotta learn how to do that.
I'm just a raw shooter, dude. I just shoot freaking, I don't know. I'm just weird about it, dude.
I got so many fucking ideas to start to shoot and like concept, especially like with you, start to film, and it's just like, if I could buy time, if I could literally buy time, I fucking would. I literally would, because it's so valuable. Time is so valuable, man.
It is.
I wish I could have 40 hours in one day, because I would get so much shit done. It's not even funny, but obviously your body can't handle that.
You know what's wild is that one reason why I love working at Sunnyside so much is I work 34 hours a week. I get 42 hours off every 2 weeks. I don't have to work till Sunday, so I have 3 days to edit, film, color grade, render.
That's perfect.
Work out, conversate, play with my dog, see some family, friends. Dude, I could do pretty much anything I want. And and it's crazy is that I freaking make the same amount, if not more, than I did the old job I worked at, working 96 hours every 2 weeks.
Yeah. I make the same amount working 2 days a week in a shop, and then now I work maybe 1 or 2 days a week doing my own thing, filming a video, filming a wedding or whatever. I make maybe sometimes a little more.
Right.
And it's like, oh, wow. Once you get to that fucking level of working for yourself and you start really getting income, and then you start taxing it, you know, you're legal. And you start seeing how money's being broken down and how you can actually make money and what it's worth and what you can do with it. It's like you don't ever want to go back to that regular job because it's like miserable. It's like, damn, I could be doing this right now. I could be shooting a video. Excuse me. I could be shooting. That's a beer burp right there, everybody. I could be shooting a music video for this amount, whatever, you know? And it's like, damn, I could make the same amount one day, then I can make the whole week working for a job, 40 hours, hating my life. And it's like, I found out that way how to get out of there almost 2 years ago, and a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago now. I made that step, and I've been working part-time ever since.
Good for you, man.
I've been working for myself, and I'm like, I have a family, I have a house, like I have, you know, things and responsibilities, and I still make the ends meet, and I still make things happen.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it's cool when you get that level, because that's when like your dreams are really coming true.
Oh, dude,
where I was at 5 years ago, if I was like, if I went back in time and I talked to myself, you know, from like 5 years ago, like, hey, in 5 years, you're going to be here doing this. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to have a kid. I'm going to have a house. I'm going to be doing this and this. I have business. Like what? I wouldn't believe you.
Right.
Like, I'm not on like a crazy level. I'm not special. I'm not better than anybody else, but I'm still doing my thing. And I'm still having fun doing it and enjoying my craft and still learning like anybody else. You're never going to stop learning.
Yep.
And it's like, fuck.
If you're not living, you're not learning.
Exactly. You got to stay in motion to keep in motion, you know?
Yep.
The moment you start staying stagnant and sitting still and watching that fucking 10 episodes on Netflix with your jaw dropped like, bleh, and then you just, you know, all fucked up.
Right.
And then you're like, next thing you know, your back's all messed up. And you're like, why am I hurting? Because you just sat there and watched, you know, whatever.
Right.
But anyhow, man, I've been like really just manifesting life in a beautiful way and really trying to be thankful for everything around me.
Grateful.
Like
man.
moments like this, sitting down with you. We don't take time out of our day to sit down and just have a conversation and making podcasts.
Right.
And
we can do it whenever you want, dude.
I got to spend time with my dad today. I woke up, went to the gym today. I got like a bunch of things done. Like, I'm good. Like, for the rest of the day, I'm solid. And it's like when you get after it, bro, instead of just sitting stagnant and just like hating on life, when you get after it, you just stay in that grind and that mindset of just like, I'm doing it. You're always going to have up and downs, but no matter what, you're still, I'm doing it. I'm not trying, I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
My fucking man right there, baby.
Yes, sir. There's no option, dude. And you know, it's crazy you say you've been saying you've been manifesting everything.
I really do.
There's not really... Every time I think of something happening bad, I just turn it right back around because I know what's going to happen if it does. It's just going to happen. And I got to deal with it. So there's no option for that thought anymore. It's just, you know, I learned something the other day, and I think it stuck with me pretty well. And when I say this, it's crazy to think of it like this, but you give 1% a day towards something, changing something or doing something.
I'm missing better every day.
Yeah, and over 365 days, that's 365% that you went hard and didn't get on. And I'm always running at about 80 to 85 every day. It's not even just a 1%. But when I heard that, I'm just like,
let's go.
85, because, dude, when I'm at work, all I focus on is coming back here and hoping to have an episode of doing a podcast to talk, have fun, have good times. Like, I'm up late anyway. Like, after this, probably, depending on how long you stay here, I might actually have another friend come over and do an episode tonight, or him might come over and hang out too. And it's like, what time is it even? I don't even know what time it is. Know either. It's almost 9:30 at night.
Hey.
So, who cares?
Tell me about your coolest experience, like, traveling to the dopest location you could think of.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I haven't been a lot of places, but the most crazy experience I talked about in my last podcast was going to New York with Trace and meeting Colin for the first time, and going to Kid Super.
Kid Super Studio. That place is dope, isn't it?
I filmed
right there on Broadway.
I filmed. Do you remember seeing that video that I filmed? Walking in the Kid Super door and Trace and fucking. I can't remember the homie's name. Fucking making a beat. I made that video, which is pretty cool. Well, no, I helped make it. Trace made it. I forgot. Yeah, Trace took Trace took my videos and made a video for 20 Crew film. But it was fun, dude. It was fun.
So the crazy thing about Kid Super right there on that block on Broad Street is I used to live on Myrtle Ave and Broadway, so which is like maybe 6-7 blocks from right there. And I used to bike past that all the time, and I never knew that was Kid Super. And this was from 2016, 2017.
How long did you live in New York for?
Like a year. And almost a year and a half. Yeah.
When did you move there?
I moved at the end of 2016 when I turned 21.
Where did you move? Where were you living before that?
Actually, no. So I was already 21, and I was just about to turn 22.
Where were you living before New York?
Here. Well, back home. Roscoe, Illinois.
Is that where you were born and raised?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I met my girlfriend, which is now my wife. And she went to an opposite high school, and we got a place together. We got an apartment, and then like 3 months later, she moved to New York, into New York City, and she's living in Manhattan. And then every month when she moved, I missed her so much, I went and visited her. And every time I was like leaving, I was like, "Fuck, I gotta move here, bro. I gotta move here. I'm gonna make this move." And the last time I visited her, I was like, I'm selling everything. I'm fucking moving here. And you know what? I manifested. I made it come true, bro. Guess what I did? I sold my boat, sold my truck, sold my dirt bike, got rid of my apartment, and then I saved up amount of money, moved there with a backpack, a suitcase, a fishing pole, and a skateboard with a dream, in a pocket full of money, ready to go. I was like, here we go. Went to Manhattan, went to New York, and that was like one of the best experiences of my life. Who made me who I am today.
That's awesome, dude. That sounds freaking epic,
just like
man.
Living in the city, walking around, skating around, biking around, going to different cultures, different little suburbs. And then we moved from Manhattan to Brooklyn, lived in Brooklyn right there. We first lived on 411 High Street, 2 blocks over. It was 211 Delaware Street right there off of Broadway. Right past Myrtle Ave on J in the M train. So, dude, yeah, it was a fucking vibe, bro. Every day walking out, you can just experience anything. You can experience somebody graffitiing on the wall, some beautiful painting, somebody skating, somebody singing, someone making music in the subway. It was always artistic and some like beautiful vibe going on, and I fucking loved it.
If we want, we can talk for more than 10 more minutes, dude. There's 54% left on that battery.
Let's just keep rocking until it dies.
Well, I want to have an outro on it so it doesn't just end like the last two of my videos have.
Well, then go change. Pause it.
I mean, if we talk for like another good, probably like.
Are you gonna cut this out? The last like 3.
It's gonna match right up.
You're gonna cut this last 20-second conversation out and match it up?
No, I'm gonna leave it.
Oh.
It's all natural, man. Like, who cares? We're explaining these people.
Just going deep on New York City.
No, I'll keep going. That's crazy.
No.
Me and Amber kind of similar situation, dude.
Yeah.
Meeting up with her and stuff, how that happened.
I traveled a lot, man. Traveling is good for you, bro. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to go to those places where you're not used to going.
You gotta find your nest.
Yes. So, besides New York and Brooklyn, New Jersey was dope. I really, really love the mountains in Colorado. Like, when I'm there, bro, I'm like, I'm never fucking leaving. You're gonna have to shoot me to leave. Like, that's how I feel when I'm there. Cause like I'm in like the habitat of filming, nature, mountains, adventure, fishing, just like a bunch of dope shit. It's just beautiful fucking views. You know, like you can't go wrong with fucking Colorado.
I flew over Colorado once.
And then like Vegas was dope. And then like driving from Vegas to LA and staying in the hills, and LA is really cool. Those hills out there is nice, and like LA shit is like, it's a good vibe. It's just cool to travel places, man. It's good for your soul to get out there and like see different places. I'd love to just to keep going. I just got my passport. I want to go to Bali with my wife. I would love to go to Canada up there and just like chill out. Maybe Vancouver, Toronto, go to Spain or something. You know, my wife went to Milan for a while, and she didn't really like it very much, but I want to go somewhere over there in the Mediterranean. It'd be sick. How about yourself? Where you want to go? Where'd you go to? Actually, like Switzerland sounds sick. Like Sweden, Greenland, somewhere over there, the big ass like Iceland, like looking at waterfalls and shit. Take those long exposure shots.
You know, dude, I honestly don't even know. The only dream I really have is just moving up north. Seriously.
Hey, you got nothing wrong there, bro. Hey, I'm there.
I just want to be away, dude. I want to have a neighbor like 2 miles down the road, a mile down the road. I want to have like 10 acres of land where I could fucking shoot my own deer on. I could ride my own dirt bikes. I could shoot my own photos. I could, you know, have fires as big as I want. Like, you know what I mean?
Pants off real quick. You get me on.
Have 10 feet of snow.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, bro, like, I
live for that shit.
I just want to be away, bro. I just want to go and like provide Amber with a really good life, provide our animals a good life, and like, beautiful. And she wants the same freaking thing too, man. She wants to go be in other places too. She wants to go up north. She loves it up north, and you know, it's nice up north, man.
I know.
Traveling's fun. Me and Amber drove to Alabama a few months ago for my birthday.
What was that?
My buddy, how was it?
Yeah.
It was good, besides me having like really long hair, and it was like muggy as shit. Like, it was like I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning and it was like 97 degrees out. It's like,
oh shit.
Fuck, man, it's rough. It was rough. But other than that, it was fun. It was cool. You know, it was different. You know, the ocean just doesn't do much for me, man. It's cool.
It's a cool place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah, you know, I would want to be freaking like, honestly, bro. Like if it was down to it, I'd like to live in Kentucky or something.
Yeah,
something around there where like
closer to the Appalachian area, like the mountains area.
Dude, like, I think it'd be cool, or even like Idaho or something, dude. Like something like dude, just grassy plains, bison. Could you imagine like having like a cabin out on like a plain somewhere,
bro,
and like 100, like a 50 feet away, like 10 bison? You wake up every morning, take pictures of animals and shit.
When I turn
like,
50, that's my like goal right there. When I wake up on my 50th birthday, I'm looking out on my balcony at like a fucking range of like some mountains and some trees, some creek flowing by, like has like trout in it and shit. Where I fish trout every like 2 days and catch like fresh trout. Have like a little chicken coop, a couple goats or something. Solar panels, the whole like self-sustainable water system. Yep. Everything that you can pretty much live on a homestead, I would love to have. Cut my own wood.
Like, it's possible too.
That's like my 50-year-old goal right there, is to be on that. Have 4-wheelers, UTV, have money where like I go there for a couple months, and if I want to go to Florida for a couple months, I'm gonna go there. If I'm going to somewhere else, like,
why not?
You don't need a lot, but you need something to get somewhere, you know?
Right.
And that's the goal where I'm trying to get, bro. And that's what I've been on. That's where I'm getting. I'm sorry, dude.
You know, it's crazy.
I'm stoned.
No, it's good.
That's where I'm going.
It's good because I think this video, actually, I know this video is going to get a lot of good comments on it, because the last video I had with one of my friends talking positivity, 4 or 5 people are like, dude, this is really good positive, man. We love it. I love this shit. This is great. This is awesome. Energy's great. Dude, we're going to get really good feedback on this video because we're just being us.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just telling other people how they can live their lives simply just by changing just a few little things. Like, it's all possible. You just got to believe in yourself. And that's what they didn't teach us growing up. And especially in school. I had teachers tell me that I was going to be a failure. Like, the only teacher that actually encouraged me to do anything was my art teacher and my photography teacher. And I still talk to him every once in a while on the basis, just asking him about gear and, like, how I can make old cameras.
That's cool, man.
But, like, yeah, dude, that's the only really person that, like, didn't doubt me in school.
Yeah.
Everyone else was like, dude, you aren't going to do shit. Like,
I always felt like an outsider.
Yeah,
like, even amongst my closest friends, like, they've always done really well in school. And then...
Black sheep. That's why I got that tattoo, man. The black sheep.
I always felt like an outsider. Like, I've always been artistic. I've been always in the music. Excuse me. I've always been this beer, bro. I've always been in the music and in the arts. And, like, my friends always excited me for me. I've always been goofy as fuck. But at the same time, I've created myself into like who I am and who I really want to be, as the man who's like serious about what I'm trying to do, but I'm also having fun in the process.
Yeah,
you know, and just not taking it too serious, but I'm taking it serious enough to where like I'm gonna live a pretty good life.
Hell yeah.
And then
you're gonna live a great life, bro.
All starts
replacing words with good with great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, I am gonna live a good life. I am living a good life. I'm living a great life.
A great life.
And it all starts where
you start feeling it too, bro.
Get a pad, get a pen. You have your thoughts. Look at yourself where you're at. Honestly, you hate your job, but you have some ideas. Write those ideas down, right? And then go after those ideas. And then create steps to get you to where you got to go from your beginning to your middle to your end result. And then through that process, you're going to have ups and downs. And then learning through that process, if you stick with it, I promise you're going to have something coming out of the end. Yep. It can be, a mediocre diamond, or it could be the best diamond in the world. But either way, if you stay at it one way or another, something's going to come out of it.
Yep.
And I've always believed in that, and I've done it. And if I can do it, so many people can do it.
Yep. I always tell people I'm the living proof of it, dude.
Yeah.
I've always said I'm going to do things but never follow through with them. Yeah. For the last 10 years, I've said I'm going to put music out, never have. Never put out any music, but I've made some. I've done it and kept it to myself. And now that this came to me, there was no option to just think about it.
Well, I think this is your path, bro.
I think this is where I'm supposed to be at. And I know this is where I'm supposed to be at because I'm rekindling friendships. I'm making better friendships. And I'm providing information for the world to see, to hopefully help change and make people grow and understand life a little bit better and make it not so difficult. Make it simple, stupid.
I honestly believe
that. That's what Caskey's, who was that? Who said that? Make it simple, stupid. I read it. I heard it on a reel the other day from like a music artist. I can't remember who it is. I think it was Caskey.
Like my new logo, more simpler.
Yeah.
Having both.
People always think about not what they want instead of what they want. And that's what makes people scared. Back to the whole like being scared of what's real, because for years I wanted to be a really famous photographer. I wanted to leave a dent on the world, and I still have time to do that. And most of the time when after someone passes as an artist is when their art gets really appreciated even more, but it gets passed on through generations. And being an artist differently from everybody else is just, we're leaving a freaking dent on this earth for some reason, for some form to be creative. It's kind of like Eden. Shout out Eden. Did you see what she's been doing on Instagram with her son? Like, she let her son draw something on his birthday, made clothing of it, put it up on her website the next day to start selling it.
Yes. She's been doing great. I actually just talked to her the other day.
Dude, that's amazing, dude.
She's grown so much in the last few months.
I know, and dude, helping her kid at such a young age, not even understanding what that could potentially do for him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know.
Just for him drawing. Like, we could draw some shit right now. Bam. We could sign the back of it, dude, and we can hang it up here. And it could be worth. It's worth something. It is. Like, we could auction that shit off one day, you know what I mean? And the garage hangs. This thing's been hanging up since episode 5.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? What's it worth? 1.2 a piece? What's up?
I'm thinking 2.5.
Okay, there you go. Hey.
But yeah, shout out to Eden. Shout out to everybody that I've been working with for the last couple of years. I mean, everybody's doing the thing, even though there's ups and downs. Like, everybody is really trying to commit to their craft.
Yep.
And life's hard. It's not easy. Like, there's bills you have to pay, there's taxes you have to pay, you have to do a job, you have to do something, you got to take care of kids, you got to take care of family who's sick. Like, you got to work out, you got to stay healthy. You got to do a lot in one day and every single day for the rest of your life. So you better get used to it. And the only way to actually enjoy that time for the rest of your life is to start now and to write your motherfucking plans out on a piece of paper with a pen. And it comes from your mind, and you stick with that plan. And I promise you the results are going to be beautiful.
And make vision boards, too. If you don't